Hello, welcome back to This Week in Housing. Today is June 12th, and I am back with your real estate update for the week for South King County. I'll go ahead and share my screen and jump right into it. All right. So for news for this week, 3 more counties were approved to move into a new phase for the Safe Start plan. There's a couple counties that moved into modified phase 1 and one that moved into phase 3. So we have currently 3 in phase 1, 3 in modified phase 1, and 24 in phase 2, and 9 in phase 3. So this is good to see that we are making some progress on our coronavirus numbers. And if you remember last week, we talked a little bit about mortgage rates. The previous week, they had hit a low. And then last week, there was a bit of debate about where they were going to go from there because they had come up to last week. However, if we jump forward to this week, this is from today, from Mortgage News Daily. Just when you thought we were done talking about all-time lows, they plunged to another all-time low. So if you look down at the yellow bars down here, the yellow is the 52-week range, so the range that it's been for the last year. And we are definitely right at the very bottom of that for our 30-year and 15-year fixed. So if you are considering refinancing and haven't yet, since these rates have lowered, maybe now is a good time to think about refinancing. And if you're thinking about getting approved for a home, if you're about shopping for a home and getting approved, now is a really good time to start looking into that mortgage process. So also in the news, I saw this one pop up last weekend. King County home prices drop. Check the map to see the changes in your community. So I clicked on this one and saw King County had decreased in price and in, home values. And I was very surprised to see this because I work mostly in South King County. So further in the article, they break it down to area. And Seattle and the East Side were pretty much pulling that home value average down. So you can see in Southwest King County and Southeast King County, we actually raised our home values since last year. So that is good to see. We do have fewer closed homes, but our home values have increased. And so this is new resale listings year over year. And you can see the red one's 2020 and how much this is diverted from our normal pattern. Normally, real estate is pretty predictable throughout the year as far as when the majority of homes are coming on the market and when the majority of the homes go pending. It follows a general pattern year over year. And you can see this red line has totally diverted from our normal pattern. So I believe that we will start to make our way back towards that curve over there and probably have a surge of home sales in the next few months is my prediction for that. So if we look at our local stats, this is for residential and condos broken out separately. You can see that we had fewer listings come on the market than the past few weeks. This is for the past 7 days. If we combine those numbers, there was 865 new listings and 1,282 pendings. So you can see that we are, still kind of running out of inventory here. This is our points from the last several weeks plotted. And you can see that listings pending, we are definitely on the rise, and pending listings are a leading indicator of what will happen in the future, because as far as closed homes, because they go pending before they go sold. So if you keep an eye on the pendings, it's more a better judge of where the market is currently. So we did have some more May stats come out since last week. This is from Trend Graphics, and you can see the for sale, the light green here, is definitely coming up gradually, but this is for all of King County, so keep that in mind. For sale, and the solds are staying much lower than they were, a year ago. And this, so this is national for North America for showings, data from showing time. And you can see the showings definitely surpassed, a couple weeks ago, we surpassed where we were the previous year. And you can see that trend is still staying strong. And we're seeing many more showings this year than we did, well, not many more, but I believe in the next little bit, we'll see many more showings this year than we did that last year. Part of that is due to the lack of open houses. People can't go look at open houses on their own. They need an agent to open the door for them if they want to view the property. And this is the viewing statistics for the Northwest MLS. So this is mainly Western Washington, a little bit into Eastern Washington, but you can see that week over week, compared to the previous week, we are seeing more showings. And compared to last year, we're kind of at about the same point as far as Northwest MLS specific. And this is the same data, but broken out into months. So you can see 2019 totals for the month were higher, but we're making a comeback. So there's been a little flip-flop back of whether 2019 was stronger or 2020 in the last couple of weeks. It's kind of been flip-flopping. So we'll see the monthly averages for June next month. And this is, so purchase applications increase. These are applications for home loans for the purchase of a home. And you can see that we are definitely seeing that go up, which is also a leading indicator that we're heading into a more active market. If we look at the unemployment numbers, just to kind of think forward, think ahead, you can see the orange is the cumulative new filings. So 44 million cumulative filings, but those are not, that's a cumulative factor. So if you're looking at those currently collecting unemployment, it is much lower. On 5/30, it was just about 21 million collecting unemployment. So you can see that is way less than 44 million. So it's interesting to see how the numbers are presented and how it's interpreted by those that are listening to those reports, because hearing 44 million people applying for unemployment, that's pretty crazy, but that's cumulative for this whole time. And a lot of those people have gone back to work. So we are not currently at that level. And May was the May gain was by far the biggest 1 month job surge in US history since at least 1939 from CNBC. And that's not too surprising for me because everything shut down for a little bit and then started opening up. So people are starting to go back to work. That's good to see as well. And you may have heard in the news, there was some misclassification of our unemployment statistics done at the national level. And so some of the people who should have been classified as temporarily unemployed were classified as absent for other reasons. So these stats, they fall into different categories. Unemployment falls into different categories, and some of these were misreported. Other reasons are usually vacation, jury duty, taking care of somebody, a specific reason where they'll be gone and then come back, but where temporarily unemployed should have been the classification for a lot of the people that were other reasons. And if we look at these, the orange is the misclassification error. So it inflated how much the unemployment rate improved. But even if you take away that error, the unemployment rate improved dramatically. It may not have gone from 5.4 to 19.7 in this 1 month jump, but it did go from 4.4 to 14.7. It's still a huge jump. So it is really good to see that people are getting back to work, and that our economy will get back on track a little bit sooner. So I've had this up here on my website for a couple weeks. It's a pamphlet for at-risk homeowners about protecting your investment. So if you or somebody that you know is struggling to pay a mortgage, or really just wants to know your options as far as getting through this time period as a homeowner, I suggest you go to my website and check this pamphlet out. seggleston.johnlscott.com/homeowner-help. And if you have questions, I am always happy to answer them. It's been a lot of fun to do these little presentations each week. I'm glad to get the information out there, and really just trying to help people out there understand the market. And if there is something that you would like to see me cover in these weekly updates, let me know. I am happy to oblige and provide the information that you'll find most valuable. So I'm curious to hear your feedback. If there's anything you'd like to hear, let me know, please. And I really thank you for joining me. I will be here again next Friday, doing another This Week in Housing. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.